He was small, just a little dude. But there was something about him, something that set him apart. And it wasn't just that drum.
I can always spot talent. I knew he'd make it. I'm his manager. Please see me afterward for booking availability.
Who? What have you heard? He's not trying to become king, is he? Oh, the little guy? I never even noticed him.
God has a way of taking people from ordinary situations and changing their lives forever. I think that you'll find this is one of those stories. Here's a story you thought you knew, but how it's been told is not exactly the whole truth. The tale of a boy playing his drum, mentioned from where he had come.
He was in a band.
A scrappy young bunch, just living their lives, seeking their fame and trying to survive. Just what was in store, they hadn't a clue what was waiting for them. But first back to our little dude. Won't you play, little drummer dude? Play, play, play. Oh, play, little drummer dude. Give your all today. Bring the best you can bring to Jesus the King. Won't you play, little drummer dude? Bum, 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 bum,
Our little drummer dude had no idea the adventure he was about to embark upon with his little drum. Let's watch as he and his friends journey toward the performance of a lifetime.
Who left the camel untied? He's run off again.
It was certainly not me. It was probably Tirza. You know she's trying to teach that camel to talk.
Not to talk, just to communicate. She's very sweet. She's one of the band, too.
If she's one of the band, I need to update my resume.
And since she's right, if that camel didn't carry my instrument for me, I'll be too worn out to give our best in our concerts. And wouldn't that be a shame?
Come now, Vashti. Rebecca's a very talented musician.
It's harder than you think to find a great bell player who'll still travel.
The camel. Where is that camel? We've got to get to our next performance town.
She'll be back. We have an understanding. She just needs a little me time.
I roll.
That's it. We're going without the camel.
Going without the camel. Going without the camel.
Going without the camel. Do we at least have Abel?
We lost Abel. Leave Abel, but find the camel. I absolutely can't carry my own instrument. Why can't you play the drums the right way? You know, with your hands, like God intended.
Wow, what an interesting style.
That was fantastic.
Good job, Chimp.
Okay, now we have Abel, but still no camel. But we're going! Ready? Let's go! We're Persia's traveling band, greatest in the land. Persia's traveling band.
We play the best we can, even in wind and sand.
We practice day and night, work with all our might, 'cause we're a traveling band.
We'll understand and become our biggest fans.
We're Persia's traveling band, greatest in the land. Persia's traveling band. We play the best we can, even in wind and sand. We practice day and night, work with all our might, 'cause we're a traveling band. Soon you will understand and become our biggest fans.
You can follow us at hashtag PTB. Again, if you'd like to follow us, please go stand next to the sign that says PTB. We'll be leaving shortly.
We're PTB. We're the best you see. We're PTB. Talented musically.
We are experts, professionals, and you can tell we have the world's foremost player of the camel bell.
But now I can't play my camel because we can't find our camel. Who let the camel out? Who let the camel out?
Why don't you just call him?
He doesn't have a name.
Of course she has a name. It's Hakeem.
Hakeem, Hakeem, Hakeem.
Oh, there she is.
My camel bell.
We're PTB. We're the best you see. We're PTB. Talented musically. Persia's traveling band, greatest in the land. Persia's traveling band. We play the best we can, even in wind and sand. We practice day and night, work with all our might, 'cause we're a traveling band. Soon you will understand and become our biggest fans. Soon you will understand and become our biggest fans. Hey!
Little did our friends know they were about to meet a distinguished trio who would alter the trajectory of their lives. These magi were experts in studying the stars, or, as they would say, seeking to discern in the stars the destinies of nations. And the monkey said, "Sorry, I don't eat with tax collectors."
Wait, but monkeys don't I don't get it.
It's a joke, Balthazar.
I know. But what I'm trying to understand is that the monkey had a 401k, and the tax collector already knew that. Why wouldn't they break bread together? Ooh, what do we have here? Do I see instruments?
Yes, ma'am. We're Persia's #1 traveling band.
Excellent. I am among my people.
Here we go again.
I've often used that as meant to be in a band.
Really? Do you play?
I most certainly do. Let me get my equipment.
Please forgive my colleague. Ever since she got hit on the head with a very large scroll, she's insisted on inventing the strangest instruments.
What kind of instruments?
Never mind that. You guys look like the type of people who would like to hire a professional traveling band for your next function. Let's show them, guys.
We're PTB. We're the best you see. We're PTB. Talented musically.
Wow, what is that?
And why is it so loud?
The amplification is quite complicated. I'd love to tell you all about my invention, but we are on a very long journey and must keep moving.
We are at your service. We would love to play for your next function.
You're welcome to join us, but you'd have to travel a long way.
We'll do it.
My colleague is jesting you. You wouldn't want to join us. We've been studying our star charts between extraordinary angel star in the sky.
Perfect. I thought my talents were suited for a royal audience.
So, what are the deets? We've never played for royalty before. That would definitely be good for a Sand Chat story.
Or Instacamel.
We've been studying our star charts and the extraordinary unusual star in the sky.
We have traveled far and intend to salute him as a very eminent king.
When do you anticipate arriving at your destination?
Probably only 2.
Days.
Years.
Talk about coming to a show.
We would have to cancel the... But that would definitely give us time to prepare a new routine, a type of kingly processional.
Something new, fabulous, and something that has an important instrument, I hope.
Which instrument is that?
The camel bell, of course. I'm surprised that you don't know as a wise man.
I'll get the camel. Hakeem.
Have you ever seen such a bright star?
It is exciting. We must go and see it.
And follow the star where it leads. Have you ever seen a star so bright?
Have you ever felt something that changed your life?
When we saw that star, we were filled with joy.
Exceeding great, overflowing joy. Star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright. We must go and see this sight. Guide us to thy perfect light. And we will follow the star to the King. Follow the star no matter where it leads. Follow the star in the sky. Even if we wonder why. That star, shining in the night. That star, mysterious and bright. Could it lead to Messiah? Messiah, could it lead to Messiah? Messiah.
The star! It's moving! Let's go!
The Father chose to use this light to lead directly to his child. Messiah. He is Jesus, Messiah. Messiah!
Can I offer you some water?
Why, thank you.
I just gave some to Hakeem.
Which one's Hakeem again? The fellow with the camel bell?
He's the camel.
Oh, thank you for the water. I've been watching you. Why do I never see you play in the band?
Well, I'm not in the band. I'm just a little dude.
He's more like, a mascot. He plays drums with sticks.
Intriguing.
You want to see?
It would be my honor. What an interesting way to play. I love it.
Abel, did you do your chores? Water the camel.
Yes, Anaka.
I thought I heard Abel playing.
You sure did.
Thank you for listening to him. He's into that drum. I studied camel bell at the best school in Eastern Persia. They frown upon using sticks. I consider myself cutting edge, but you have to draw the line somewhere.
Well, I quite enjoyed it. If you have a few minutes, little dude, perhaps I could show you my invention. It's a highly technical process that relies on animal power.
Balthazar, are you talking about your invention again? Large scroll to the head.
Oh, cool. We can use my camel. Come here, Hakeem. Wait, does it hurt?
Only the camel.
She's kidding. No, it doesn't hurt them at all.
No time. We've got to go.
Let's get the search party started.
Let's hear it for the camels in the search party. In the search party. In the search party. Those crazy camels in the search party. In the search party. In the search party.
Just what are we searching for?
We're searching for the king.
Just what are we searching for?
We're searching for the king.
The wise men are a searching.
Searching for the king.
The camels are a searching.
Searching for the king.
The band is a searching.
Searching for the king. So what are you waiting for? We wanna see the king.
And so our friends continued their journey and followed the star as it led them. Somehow, the wise men knew that they had to follow the star and search for this mysterious king. But what they didn't know was that this was no ordinary king.
There you are, Balthazar. I've been studying our star charts and have seen it. Star seems to be leading us to Jerusalem.
As we thought.
I've heard of the king in that region. They call him Herod the Great.
Yes, I thought we might pay respects to him. King Herod is quite powerful, hope possibly direct us to this new king.
Wonderful idea, Melchior. I'd love to meet him.
Herod the Great had established himself as king, being backed by Rome. By a military conquest of his own people, the people resented his rule. So Herod was constantly worried with real or imagined rivals to his throne.
And we could work up a new performance, a type of kingly processional. How much longer till we arrive?
Let's just say, long enough you all to switch instruments, learn them, and learn to competitively tap dance.
I see that you're joking, but that means there's all the more time to perfect our craft. And I like the tap dancing idea.
I was just...
Way to think big. Meanwhile, we could just play in the local villages we pass through.
Perhaps by then, this little one could join the band and play his drum.
But then, who would hold our sign? Leave it to the professionals, little dude. We leave in 5.
Sorry, kid. When we finally meet our destination, would you like to present our gifts to the new king?
Sure, although I have to make sure I can still hold his sign. It's my one job.
But what about your drum?
Yeah, my drum. Do you really think I could play for the king? You may think I'm just a little guy, just a little dude. I have a smile on my face and there's many things, there's much else I do. I can't reach the top of the camel, I still need help to tie my shoes. The world looks different close to the ground, but every day's brand new.
Abel, please get the camel food.
I'll hold your sign, little dude.
I may not be the fastest in a race, just a little guy. Sometimes I'm laughing so hard my drink comes out my nose, and sometimes I still cry. I know God says I'm special, even when I want to hide. I can still move mountains when God's by my side. I'm not too little, not too little for great big things. When everything around me feels so big, I close my eyes and start to sing. I'm not too little, not too little to understand that little people can do what big ones can. When someone even bigger holds their hand.
That's the spirit. Just because you're small doesn't mean you can't do big things.
Maybe I could play for the king. Is there something I can bring to a baby king? I know I can give my all, and I'll stand tall. Not too little, not too little for great big things. When everything around me feels so big, I close my eyes and start to sing. I'm not too little, not too little to understand. Little people can do what big ones can. When someone even bigger holds their hand. Yeah!
Many months went by, and our little band traveled night and day, evading bandits and braving windstorms, all to follow a star that brilliantly and gloriously lit up the night sky, until one day they arrived in Jerusalem.
Who is the delegation come to worship me today?
Magi from the east. People talking everywhere about this impressive group of wise men who have traveled so far. It is said that they want to bring honor to a king whose power and exalted rank are so extraordinary that all nations will admire and revere him.
Ooh, delightful!
And they brought a performing group to perform in your honor.
Wonderful! Who is this group?
Persia's traveling band. Shall I let them in?
Yes, of course. You know, it never gets old having people come to worship you. You think it would, but it never does. Welcome! I have heard you have come a long way to worship the King.
Yes, Your Majesty. I am Balthazar.
And I am Melchior.
And I am Gaspar. We have traveled far to bring gifts to the king.
Oh, gifts! Wonderful, but we'll deal with those later. Right now, I want to hear from your musicians. I have heard you have made a wonderful song in worship for the King.
Yes, we have, Your Majesty. I am Babak, the world's foremost player of the camel bell.
Okay.
Would you like to see our presentation?
Of course. That's why they've come, isn't it?
We have traveled far to find the one worthy of worship and praise.
I'm here. You've made it.
The stars led us here, and now we've come to catch a glimpse of his face.
We have come to worship the King. Come to worship the King.
Wonderful. You know, some kings, they never make time for this sort of stuff. But me, I always make time.
We have seen a star. We have traveled far. And we desire to bow our knee before the Holy One.
We have studied charts, and we are pretty smart.
We humbly ask assistance as we bow our knee and come to worship the King. Worship the King. We have come to worship the King. Worship the King.
This is wonderful. I completely support this trip of worship.
Where will the baby be born?
What's that?
Where will the baby be born?
Come again?
We need to find this baby.
It's almost like you're saying the word baby.
Where will the baby be born?
There it was again.
Where will the baby be born?
Are you hearing it too?
We need to find this baby.
Baby? You mean you're not here to worship me? How could this happen? Tell me, how could this be? These people are not here to worship me. How awkward, how rude. I'm never gonna live this down.
You are the best. Everyone worships you. Great, magnificent Herod the Great.
Yes, but not them. They're here to worship a baby. Who worships a baby?
Sorry for the misunderstanding, King, but we were told that you may help us find this baby.
Oh, yes, of course.
Where will the baby be born?
Right, the baby.
Where will the baby be born?
I love babies.
Please help us in our journey.
Please, somebody research this, please.
Where will the baby be born?
They say he's the king of the
Where
Jews.
will the baby be born? Please help us in our journey.
Something Jerusalem?
To worship the King.
Right, worship the king. Yeah, I get all that. Now, wait. Go and find this king. And when you find him, send word back to me so that I may worship him as well. I'll send you my best. Go on your travels and be well, all right?
Come on. That was awkward.
Super awkward.
Why did he, King Herod, think we had come to worship him?
King Herod is a pretty big name in these parts, but even the scribes reported that the new king was to be born in Bethlehem.
Okay, but can we talk about blocking? Because I don't really love how we bunched up at the top of the set.
I already know what you're going to say. We discussed this. Not everyone can do a twirl by playing the ranch. Remember that.
But should we punish those who can? Should we?
This seems counterproductive.
I agree.
Thank you.
Obviously, the band did bunch up at the top of the set. It was a little bumpy. I see how we could rehearse the entrance again.
Ooh, what if we move Tirza and Hakeem over here?
And then we can come through the center with the fire sticks.
Those fire sticks almost singed my mustache.
I say we lose the fire sticks. Babies don't need fire. What if the baby was in a flammable area?
The king isn't going to be in a dangerous area. Palaces are filled with gold.
Agreed. The fire sticks stay. The band was spread out while we processed with our gifts through the center.
Then my big solo.
Where do I stand?
Off to the side with the sign so the king knows who we are.
Okay.
Then, as our custom, we'll present our gifts to the king. We've brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I hope this king will like them. Hopefully show us favor in the future.
The star, it's moving again. It seems to be stopping over that one house.
When we find the king, should we go back and report to Herod?
I don't know. He seems shady.
I thought so too.
The wise men eventually decided to go home another way and avoid seeing Herod. They traveled on and came to a place where the star had stopped. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him.
We bow down, honored to be in your presence.
We traveled such a long way. We bow our heads in reverence.
We honor this new king. To him our gifts we bring.
A gift that shines like the morning sun. I bring to the king. The prophets foretold. May your kingdom prosper. Your will be done. This is my gift of gold. A gift that's pure and smells so sweet. One that to you I'm sure you'll concur. We humbly lay this at your feet. Frankincense and myrrh.
But what do you give to the king of the world? What can we
drum for Jesus.
And so our little drummer dude played and played. He played with all his heart and gave his best for the king. But he just knew that there was something different about this king.
King? Did somebody say a king? Hey, did you guys manage to find where those wise men and that strange little band went when they were talking about that baby who was a king? Well, no reason. I love babies.
Who? Abel? He's definitely been the best player in our band. Always has been.
As I witnessed the little drummer dude playing on the feet of baby Jesus, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was something extraordinary. Was this no earthly king or something more?
Come and see this precious baby, a king.
Come and hear the joyful sound that our God is here.
A baby's cry, a humble place. God is light, oh amazing grace. In our need, in our pain, into our ordinary world, the Savior was born in humility. Love came down. Let your peace, oh light
placed a brilliant star in the sky to guide the wise men in this band to meet the newborn king. I am that star, the star of Bethlehem. God gave me the privilege of shining my light to guide them to Jesus, the Savior of the world. Their journey complete, their trek at an end. They started to wonder, the wise men and friends.
Could it be that this was no earthly king?
Could it possibly be that he's the king